Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another single song reaction. Chris is with me because we have a brand new Lights song.
Dun, 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 dun.
We have been anticipating this for a little while now, I think, right, Chris?
Define anticipating and define a little while.
Well, I think just because she's been acting weird on social media, I would say the last month or so.
Disappeared, and then for like most of the year, and then showed up again. Now she's got new hair, which means new music is coming.
Yes, and apparently the video for this song actually just released as well. And have you read anything about that? We're just going to listen to this song, but apparently the video is a one-take shot of her cutting off of all of her hair.
Cool, interesting.
So we're here to talk about Lights. Chris and I have talked about her many, many times on the channel before. Most of the time, I would say, in our top 12 albums of the year conversations we've had over the years. We really, really both enjoy her music a lot. And the last thing we reacted to of her here on the channel, though, however, was the most, I think you and I both agreed, the most disappointing thing that she's released.
Yeah, you didn't end up posting that, did you?
I never did post it. I got the whole thing edited, and I did post it, and it got taken down. It got blocked worldwide. And I just never got around to uploading it without the music in there, which is really weird, because we've uploaded other Lights stuff, and it's been totally fine. So for some reason, something with what we're talking about is the Dead album, which is her sort of like slow, chill, lo-fi version remixes of the songs from her. They're not even remixes; they're like re-recorded, but from Pep,
the Sleepy Time version of Pep.
Yes, and which Chris and I both loved Pep, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we both had it in our top 3 albums for that year.
So good.
And I still think that it's fantastic. And I actually fight with myself whether or not I think it's better than Little Machines, which is what I do consider to be her best album. So I definitely think Pep is either her best album or her second best album. And that's her most recent studio album, I'm going to call it. But she generally is on the trend to, when she releases a studio album, she does release some form of secondary version of that album as sort of like a companion piece, maybe usually the year following. So she'll either do like a Lights, it's all Lights. She'll either do an acoustic version of the album or some sort of candlelight version or maybe a live version or this lo-fi Sleepy Time version, as you called it, which is a good way. But anyway, so we've got a new song, and let's see here. I have some news to report. We talked about Lights in a recent video, and I don't know if it made the cut of the video or if I've even posted the video since then, because I think it was it might have been in the Poppy video, which I have ready to be uploaded, but I just haven't uploaded it yet. I try to space the videos out, you know? So that'll probably be one of the next things that comes out on the channel, but I just did AWOL Nation today, just this morning. So, but the thing I have to report back to is that I mentioned this to you, Chris, before. On Wednesday, I believe it was last Wednesday. So this is just telling me Wednesday. But several weeks ago, I received a friend request on Facebook from Valerie Ann Poxleitner / Poxleitner Bocan. Which is, Chris?
So, was it Poxleitner / Poxleitner Bocan?
No, I read that wrong like an idiot. It's
okay.
Poxleitner. I don't know if I should. Well, whatever. I'm not going to show my screen just in case any of my dumb personal information is on here. But it's Valerie Ann Poxleitner Bocan.
Right, which
the
is
dash
her name.
Yes, correct. That is Lights' real, full, I believe, legal name. And we were talking about it at the time, and I was saying that I ignored the request because I was like, oh, this is a great scam. You know, someone went into my thing, found something I liked, took a picture of it. So then I went and dug a little further because she started doing all this strange social media stuff, like posting things like "This is not me" is like what everything is called that she's been doing. She keeps posting pictures and little videos and things and little GIFs and things of her, and everything just says like "This is not me." This is not who I am. This is not me. So stuff like things like that. And so
that's confusing.
Yeah, it's been very strange. And so just early on Wednesday, this was just 2 days ago. So a couple, like last week or 2 weeks ago, I actually went in and accepted the friend request. And on Wednesday of this week at 2:40 p.m., I got from her, "Hi," it said. And so at 3:16 that same day, like about half hour later, I was like, "Oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, is this a scam or what is this?"
Right.
So
I'm immediately like, if it wasn't a scam before, it definitely is now. Like the fact that she just hit you with hi, like I don't know. I'm with you.
So I said greetings, trying to be slightly, like if it's some automated response, maybe greetings would throw it off or something. And so then about 50 minutes later, she responded with, "Where are you from?" No question mark.
Well, this is not going well.
Yeah, and so and then about an hour later, I posted Nebraska, USA, small town of 304 people. Because in my head, I keep thinking like, why would she be doing this? Like, if this was actually her, and because I keep thinking like, well, what if she just like randomly picked like people on her Facebook page, or is trying to run an experiment, like how many people would do this, or maybe she's trying to like. Maybe she's trying to get something from people to use in like as like something, whatever. I have no clue.
Right.
And so then I said Nebraska, USA, small town of 304 people. Then at 12:37 a.m., so 12:30 in the morning, she says, "Can you send me your current picture, please?" To which I responded at 12:21 p.m. today, "May I ask what you need it for?" And then at 1:30, about an hour and 10 minutes later, she responded, "To see your face." So I am pretty heavily leaning towards
someone
scam.
let her know that she needs to change her Facebook password.
Scam. However,
there's no way this is her.
I know, but the thing is, I wouldn't even question it as being real if she wasn't doing such weird stuff on Facebook.
There's no way.
Wait, okay, so let's go to her profile and view this. I'm just gonna straight up show this and stuff. I don't know if this is ruining something, but so here's the thing. It's a picture of her right there. That is her picture. That is actually a picture of her.
Mm-hmm.
It says Valerie Ann, whatever her name is, Poxleitner Bocon. And it says for details, worked at musician, lives in Timmins, Ontario, from London, UK. It says
from London.
I don't know if I think she is from Canada as well, but I don't know. That's a thought that threw me off as well. It says basic info, birthday April 11th, 1987. I don't know if that's her actual birthday, but it would roughly fit with the age. That's 1 year younger.
If only there was a way to find any of this stuff out.
Feel free. That's why I figured we'd do this live. I gotcha. We're shucking and jiving, Chris. We're figuring this out live. So it says started new job as musician on June 17th, 2024. Left job at musician on June 17th, 2024. Moved to Ontario, whatever. It says she's following a couple of people. I don't know if they're anybody in particular or what. It says no schools to show. It says relationship engaged, which for all I know she is engaged. I don't know that.
She's been married for 10 years, 12 years.
Okay.
The birthday is right, but she was not born or is at all from London.
Okay. So she posted something she reposted this back to Manila on my private jet. This photo of this man. Okay. Now I'm thinking maybe that now if we're assuming this is all some sort of conspiracy by her, this could be a picture of her father. This account she is following, and it's called USA Man Dating. Right, which I'm thinking probably not real.
Man, you're killing me.
Now, on June 18th, she posted this video.
Okay.
see that you have time to watch dances, other to listen to. Many have stayed. That makes me. I want to
Okay,
spend
so that it
This
looks
is
like some
awful.
sort of AI rendering of Jesus.
Have you never had this happen to you before?
Yes, but not with something not with a real person.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I get that this is all incredibly fake-ish, like looking. Like, I
You're
totally
killing me, man.
100%
I
get
need
that.
you to admit that this isn't real. Like, you have to actually just say it.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
It's
but
so not.
The
No,
thing
say
is,
it.
the thing is, here's the thing though. What if she is just doing this
No.
goofy thing? So on June 17th, Canadian emos, very stoked for this one. Couldn't ask for a better first fest back after a break. Who's coming? And it's lights. She's got lights posts here under her personal thing. Started a new job. Got married on June 17th. It says,
Of when?
it just says June 17th. So I'm assuming of this year, those are all the first 2 days that she had created this account. I believe she created it on June 16th, and she did all this on June 17th and June 18th. On July 3rd, it says she was with Vicky Kumar. Oh, whoa! When I look at who that is, okay? I'm pretty sure that this is now pretty fake. Pretty sure this is fake.
Man.
So here's the thing. Okay, obviously this is like 99% fake, right?
Just
Pretty
say
sure
it,
it's fake.
man.
But the thing is,
You're like a politician. Just say it.
the thing I can't get over is what if she's trying to do some sort of experiment? What if
She doesn't have time or interest in that.
I would highly doubt that she does. But what if she wants to get picture? I'm not going to send her a picture. I'm not going to probably even talk to her anymore. But
Aren't there pictures of you all over your Facebook?
Yes, there are. So I don't understand.
She does not need you to send her anything.
Right. So what if she wants a picture to use in some sort of art thing she's working on of her fans? You know what I mean?
Do you know how many fans she has?
I know, lots. I know. I get it. I keep thinking.
I understand that you really, really, really want this to be her, but I'm telling you.
Well, the thing is, Chris, if we okay, this is all fake, and then it comes out after the fact that she did this to a bunch of people and only 5 people talk back to her, and those 5 people get a private show from her at their house, I will kill myself.
That's her fault for doing something that is so mired in obscurity and weirdness that
I get it.
Ultimately, a terrible tactic.
I get it.
Trash.
I get it. Okay, we can be done talking about this. I just want to throw it all out there. Lights, if you ever watch this and you're like, that ain't me, feel free to create a fake account on YouTube and go, because I would never believe it was actually you, but feel free to let me know that it's
It sounds like you would love it. If you would be very, very quick to believe it was actually her.
Oh no, I haven't believed it was actually her this whole time. I just keep thinking in my head, what percentage of a chance is there that it's her? And it's basically nothing, right? I get it. I 100% get it. However, if that's the case, props to this dude for setting up this fake account, for having a real picture of her, for posting stuff of lights, for using actual information of her, for now the fact that it hasn't been updated at all means that it probably was just done on those first 2 days. I don't
know where these accounts come from. I don't think I'd be surprised
if they are actually
they
AI.
weren't even made by people yet.
Yeah, like an AI thing.
Like
yeah,
a generated,
I mean,
yeah.
for sure. I don't know. The thing that struck me immediately was the fact that it's using her actual name, which you and I
Right.
know, but I would guess
so, and so does
95% of
everybody.
all people who listen to her music don't know what her real name is. I would
But
guess.
it's so easy to find.
I know.
Several months ago, my dad called me, and he really wanted me to help him figure out. He had been getting Facebook messages from my mom's cousin about how she just got $250,000 from this small business administration thing. Right, you're like him. You're getting this whole story because you two are the same now, and he was so certain. and he hit me up about this thing, like, for days. He didn't tell me that that's where he had heard about it. He told me that his friend Gene, who he's been friends with for 40 years,
Right.
did this and got money for it. And I'm looking it up. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Ask Gene what he's talking about, because I don't see what you're telling me. And he just kept not responding or whatever. And then he told me that Kelly had the same thing happen. And I was like, Kelly texted you. You and Mom have been divorced since '97. Nobody in that family's talking to you. And Kelly's telling, this is not real. I was like, what is she texting you? Do you even have her number? And she's like, no, she's telling me on Facebook. And I was like, oh, everything lines up now. It's all here. It's all right in front of me.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We'll say it's fake right now, but let it be known, if this turns out to be a thing that I had an opportunity to do and didn't do it, I will be
If it happens,
very upset.
If it happens, I'll make it up to you by shaving my head and eating all of my hair in an omelet.
That wouldn't do nothing to appease me. Okay? That would do nothing. It wouldn't even make it'd make a funny video for like 10 seconds, but like, come on.
It would be awful though.
If that happens, you have to listen to you have to do a reaction to an entire raunchy album with me.
All right.
I mean, we may do that anyway.
Punishment.
We may do that anyway at some point, but okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so couple fun things before we get into this. You did mention something about what kind of music this is. Did you want to get into that?
Oh, I wasn't sure if you wanted to know or not.
Well, I think I know what you're going to say. That this new music is very Little Machines sounding.
It is.
Is that what you were going to say? Yeah. Now, that's kind of surprising to me, because I didn't personally feel like Pep was hugely like diverging from Little Machines. It was certainly much closer to Little Machines than Skin and Earth was, and from Siberia, so, but in that post that you're referring to, which I did see, she must have posted it, because you don't follow anyone on Facebook. You're not a Facebook person.
No, I saw it on Twitter probably.
Right, so she must have posted that same thing on Facebook as well, but I saw it on Facebook as well, and she mentioned like Little Machines and early music. And then in the comments of that on Facebook, we're all like, oh, that's great, because I love your first album, like the self-titled one. I love, people were saying like, I love Ice, and I love,
Ice is great.
That stuff. Yeah, her whole first album is phenomenal.
It is very good. It is very juvenile, but it has a lot of merit. It's great.
Yeah, and the sound is really, the songs, it's very interesting. We can get into that in another video if we want to ever break down her catalog or something, but and maybe we could do that and go through one song from each album and try to determine what we think sonically sounds best. I've been thinking about trying to do that with some bands recently.
Same. I've been thinking about that a lot, the thing you brought up.
Yeah. So that's very exciting to me, because you and I both have a extreme love of Little Machines. And as I said earlier, I think I fight with myself whether or not Pep or Little Machines is better. And so if this album, when it comes out, which I assume this is a single that's a prequel to an album, although I don't know if she's officially said that or not, but I'm assuming it is. She keeps referencing...
I mean, I feel like it has to be.
I mean, she keeps referencing the new music, not just this song, but like the new music, the stuff I've been working on, things like that. So I'm assuming this is a new album, and if this new album is sort of a combination of Pep and Little Machines...
Was Pep 2 years ago?
I think it was maybe 3 years ago.
No. That seems insane.
No, it was 2 years ago, because that was the year that there was
22.
just like so much good stuff. Yeah.
Nice,
Yep. So yeah, if this is a combination of those two albums, I'm all there for it. I'm really happy. One of the things that did differentiate the album, the Pep and Little Machines, is that on Little Machines there's very little guitar. It's mostly synth stuff, whereas on Pep there was a very surprising amount of guitar.
Drums too, right? Real drums on Pep.
I mean, they were more significant.
That was one of the.
They were significantly more real sounding, but I think
I saw her live during that tour. She had a real drummer.
Well, she's always had a real drummer. That doesn't mean anything. When you perform your songs live, you can do them differently, like however you want. And maybe sometimes they use like an electronic kit. But when I saw her live for Siberia, she was using a real drummer.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But I mean, when you're performing live, that's not such an important thing. I mean, you just
right. That's
mic
true.
up a
You
drum
could
kit.
just go in and.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the opportunities to get a drummer. It's like I didn't have one before.
The thing with Pep was that she had a few songs where it really used like drum loops and samples, like hip hop samples and things, like on whatever her the Voices in My Head song or whatever.
I think Pep is just. I think it's a much more energetic album than.
It is. It is. Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily equate to being better to me, and I know you weren't saying that specifically.
Right, and no, I'm not saying better or worse. I'm just saying in terms of how this could be like Little Machines, it might be a little bit more chill.
Yeah, correct, for sure. And I do think the reason I even bring all this up is to say that I think that I'm expecting quite a few synths here. I'm expecting more synths. I'll even be surprised if we hear a guitar at all. So, well, we'll see. I do have a couple fun things I want to do. Since this is a lights video, I want to do a couple things that are special. First thing is I got my glass here. This is the very first time I'm ever going to be trying this year's Mountain Dew Voodoo. And I've actually heard really good things about this year's Mountain Dew Voodoo. People saying that it's white every year. It's the mystery color.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so it's a little orange this year. Or that's the glass. I have to use a different.
That's not.
It's the glass. Orange. I have to use a slightly different glass than I normally do because we need to run the dishwasher, people. But we've over the years the glasses that I use have gotten broken. It's not me, I swear. But we only had four of them, whereas we have like 4 Charlie Brown glasses. We have like 4 or 5 of these. We have whatever. Okay, so anyway, this is the Voodoo flavor, which it just says soda. And this is just every year it's a mystery flavor. Now, I think last year it was like some kind of one of the Starburst candy flavors, and I didn't care for it as much. But this year I've heard good things, so let's give it a shot. There's no way I'll be able to guess what this is. Ooh. First impression, not my favorite.
You usually change your mind by the time you get to the end of it, though.
I didn't think there was anything down that could turn on while we were recording.
Oh,
and the SOB humidifier just kicked on. So I'm going to have to go shut that off. Not a big deal, but
I can't hear it.
It's interesting. It's not like a sharp, sweet flavor. It's not like that at all. It's definitely more of like a mild, sweet flavor.
Mm-hmm. This is riveting television, isn't it, folks?
I know. Anyway, it's interesting. I'm almost getting like, I want to say a word, and if it's a crazy thing, I'm going to say s'mores. S'mores flavored Mountain Dew. Probably wrong.
Well, that sounds hellish.
Hey, have you tried the Oreo Coke yet?
No.
Oh,
Why would I do that?
Oreo and Coke, you've heard about the big thing. It was like a kerfuffle that caused like a thing. There's Coke flavored Oreos, and there's Oreo flavored Coke, and people can't find either of those things anywhere. Okay, so my original plan for every video in October was going to be to wear one of those wigs I bought last year for Halloween, because if there ever was a time in my life to wear a wig, now would be it. And so, unfortunately, I have misplaced all of the wigs that I bought last year for that hilarious and awesome Rob Zombie video we did. Mm-hmm. And so instead, I was looking, and I found some very old hats that I used to own, which is fun because I probably mentioned here on the channel before that I don't have very many hats. I feel like the average dude, as they're growing up, they like acquire hats here and there, like baseball caps, whatever. You just kind of acquire them. And I never, ever, ever wore hats. So I only have like 3 or 4, which maybe that's, but I think the average person maybe has more than that. I don't know. And some people just don't like hats, whatever.
I've got like 5 these days. 2 of them are the same, but yeah.
Yeah, and they probably are hats that represent like cool stuff that you like, I would assume, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I really don't have anything like that, except for my Primal Waters hat, which I do enjoy. But anyway, so now I've been looking for hats, and so I was downstairs earlier today, just as we were setting up for this, and I was looking for those wigs, and I couldn't find them, but I did find some old hats. And so I'm going to put on some different hats as we record some stuff here today. And I'm going to take them upstairs and maybe use them from now on. And the first one is the most special because lights is the most special. And so here we go. Here's the hat for this video. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is from when I was a little kid. So this tells you how huge my head was when I was little. But I'm talking little kid.
You can put it on and it'll be the same.
We're talking like mid-90s here. So we're talking like 10, 12, 11, 10, you know, the numbers between 10 and 15-ish.
I am looking forward to this having a propeller on the top.
No, I wish. Oh, I wish so bad. So here is my X-Men
Yes.
90s
That's
series
legit.
hat.
That is
Yep.
such a red bill, blue hat, the most 90s looking thing I've ever seen.
Absolutely, 100%. And so
I
here
don't
it
know why.
is.
Oh my god, I can't believe it fits. Did you even adjust the size?
I did.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say your poor mother. Like
I had to make it smaller.
had to make it smaller.
Yes, I did. Yes. Believe it or not, cancer can actually shrink your head too. So yes, I actually had to make it smaller. But I was a very fat kid. So, you know, don't underestimate how big I was. I basically been this size.
Send your mom my condolences.
But hey, isn't this honestly isn't that pretty cool?
It's pretty legit, yeah.
Especially because X-Men, what do they call it? The series, the X-Men 97?
97, yeah.
Yeah, especially since that came out this year and was caused pretty big sensation. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm very excited to.
I've heard it's very good.
Yeah, I've heard it's great too. So anyway, here's my Wolverine.
Why does that
X-Men
look
hat.
like a little kid's hat? That's what I want to know. Is like.
I think because
the
like
brim
you
is
said,
red?
it's the red and blue because it's very
think so.
Spider-Man-y. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it does look like a little kid. Plus, I'm clean shaven, so I look not like I normally do. You know,
It doesn't. It looks like a kid's hat. You're like wearing a child's hat. But I have recently
here's
been
my
in
thermos
bed-
to go to school. Golly gee, mister. I think can you give me I can't think of anything funny to say. Golly gee, mister.
It's just a very Graham impression of a child.
Don't compare me to Graham. What I am excited about, though, is this new Lights song. It's called Damage. I see that it has swear words in it, so she's still a potty mouth. That's something she's continuing over from Pep. I
How
definitely
appropriate
see
to
that.
wear that hat and talk about this way.
Golly gee, mister, you shouldn't use those bad words, mister. Please, sir, can I have some more?
More?
I hate
Sorry.
this. I hate this.
Oliver. All right, do you have the song pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay, Damage by Lights in 3, 2, 1. Nope, it stopped. It didn't play Damage. It didn't do the correct thing. Let me start it and make sure. Stop it, pause it. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, I did hear the first second. There's a SOB guitar there. So,
What is this SOB thing you've started saying suddenly?
oh, on wrestling, when Braun Strowman would come out, Pat McAfee would go. He did this like several weeks in a row. He would go, "That's one big son of a." And it was very funny because he said it on national television, and then he was told not to several weeks in a row, and then he was told you have to say that every week because it's become a catchphrase. And now Braun Strowman comes out with a T-shirt that just says "one big SOB" on it. I'll put pictures of all this up in the video. And
of course, perfect.
And
Everybody wants to know all about it.
yeah, well, I mean, you asked, and so that's where it comes
I did.
from.
You're right.
Clearly, it's the first people to ever say SOB in the history of humankind. WWE, they invent everything.
You should just keep wearing that hat. It's great.
Right? Isn't that what little kids do?
Maybe.
I don't know
think
why.
that
Is
seems
this like representing drilling a dimple into your cheek or something? I don't get it.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, Damage. Brand new Lights song. This is a big thing. This is a big deal for us. Actually, hold on. I just have to say, Poppy has a song called Damage, right? Something the damage. That's all I can think of when I see the word damage. And so it's interesting to have another link between Poppy and Lights again here because I feel like the last Lights album was the last Poppy album was extremely Lights sounding. So
Yeah.
maybe this will be Poppy influenced and we'll get a Metal Lights album.
Boy, that would be the day.
That sure wouldn't be very much like Little Machines. All right.
No.
In 3, 2, 1. That is a guitar. Or a
Yes,
bass.
it is.
Synthwave. We're getting a synthwave song, Chris.
I'm headed down a rabbit hole. Does anybody want anything? I'm gonna be wild, be away all week. I'm not gonna answer text. We got time to leave.
Is someone shaking her as she's singing?
I wondered about that.
Because I need attention, I'm in attention. Oh, I better post a picture so you know I'm alive, so you can think about me. I swear this isn't me.
This isn't me. Okay.
It's the damage talking. It's the damage talking.
It's making a little bit of sense.
This isn't
Put another nail in the coffin of your fake lights account.
the damage talking.
Yeah.
It's the damage talking.
It's kind of a old school guitar tone.
It's reminding me a lot of Running with the Boys, right? It
Yeah.
starts with a
Yeah,
guitar
yeah.
that's kind of similar sounding to that. Oof, I hate that phrase.
I swear this isn't me. This is the damage talking.
She's not using the drums to make the song bigger, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
This isn't me.
That's the bass, really.
It's talking. It's the damage talking. Love is simple rhythm when it looks you in the eye. Life is simple rhythm. You just keep the dream alive. I swear this isn't me. This is the damage talking. It's the damage talking. I swear this isn't me. This is the damage talking. It's the damage talking. I swear this isn't me. This is the damage talking. It's the damage talking. I swear this isn't me. This is the damage talking. It's the damage talking.
I like that scream back there. That's nice.
Yeah. Okay, so what are your initial thoughts there?
It's nice. I mean, it fits perfectly in with the Little Machines thing. The chorus is, I don't know. There's nothing novel that's blowing my brains out, but she doesn't need to do that because the stuff that she is so good at doing is already fantastic. So,
Right.
Stay the course and off you go.
I think that to me, it was a little surprising how little the drums felt the whole time. Like they were definitely what they were the whole time, and there was no bigger drums came in during the chorus, which I mentioned that during the song, and that's kind of surprising. And that's okay. I think that that's all right. I think that there was a lot of layering of background vocals, which is something she's always done, but I do feel like she did a lot more earlier on in her career.
Yeah.
This definitely feels like it could have been something that she made herself, rather than
Well, I
going
kind
in.
of just assumed that she did, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like, I guess a little bit like Pep to me kind of felt a little bit more collaborative. It felt more like she probably went into a studio and recorded, stuff herself. Not that she didn't do that with this. She definitely could have, and she probably has like a home studio kind of set up in her home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say I'm disappointed. However, I am slightly disappointed with the drums, just in the fact that they were slightly underwhelming, I felt, the whole song. But, like you said, the drums were such a big part of Pep, and they were definitely a focal point of the album. Like they were mixed very loud, they were very intense the whole time, and
Yeah, this is very much
this is
just
a different
like
approach.
they're keeping the song going. They give it some,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's got a nice little energy to it, but they never get lost.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the thing that they're designed to do is being done by them throughout without issue.
Yeah, and they were very contained in the middle of the mix. You know, there wasn't a lot of stuff going on the outside. That was reserved for some synths, pads, and stuff. And then there was a pretty big, like, wide bass type sounding thing there, low frequency
Yeah,
stuff.
the bass was huge in the chorus too, especially.
Yep, and it was very much just like because that guitar thing was there during the chorus, and then there was just some like very low sub bass stuff kind of in there. But I thought that felt nice. It was managed nice. I did hear some really nice synths in there that were very reminiscent of Little Machines type stuff. Very sort of like dreamlike, like pixie fairy like sort of sounding stuff.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a birthday masquerade like bells, but like
Right.
like dreamy sort of like like type of things. Like it's hard to can't do it with my mouth if you can believe it or not. But like yeah, I think you kind of get what I mean there.
Yeah, it's got it does have a dreamlike. That guitar tone especially gives it a very dreamlike quality. And
Yeah.
I think, mentioning Running with the Boys, I totally get what you're saying for that. And then also that it just has kind of like there's a 90s vibe to that guitar tone too. Like that seems like it fits almost like in the grunge type placement.
A little bit.
Like a Nirvana kind of situation.
And the more I was listening to, the more I was also reminded of the song "Up We Go," which I think is the first track off of Little Machines.
Portals is.
Oh, Portals! You're right. See, I always think of Portals as an intro. Like I don't even think of Portals as a song, but you're absolutely. It is. So Portals is the first, and then is I usually skip that song, and then is Up We Go, and I think that one is the one that starts off with the guitar part that's like dong ding 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 ding. So it's similar-ish to kind of that, and then everything kind of kicks in, and then the chorus gets even bigger. So I guess it reminded me of that a little bit too.
2 hours later.
All right, there's no reason this video needed to be an hour long. We are stupid. I am stupid. Let's end the video here. Thank you, Lights. Can't wait to see what you do. Please respond to me on Facebook. Okay, I've got the app open. I've got my wallet ready, willing and ready to send you however much money you need. Just send me your
I've
autographed
got gift cards.
Yep.
I know how much you love a gift card.
Yep. I can type in the correct, sequence of numbers in there to for sure. We got it. We got this. So let me know. Stay in touch, Valerie and Chris. Let's move on to the next thing we're going to react to. We got a couple of single things we're going to do today, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will see you all next time.